Hello, my name is Evan Spiam. I am the Program Director for the Bachelor's of Science program in Information and Communication Technologies. Welcome to UW-Stout and specifically to the ICT program at UW-Stout. I'd like to start off by giving you some insight into the nature of this program. This program is a generalist program by design. And what that essentially means is it's going to be a nice mix of different courses, concepts, and experiences that will be certainly technical in nature, but also will have an application aspect to it as well. Specifically, business, organizations using information and communication technologies to accomplish their goals. So you'll get a nice mix of that. Sometimes I like to represent this program as a contemporary or a modern business degree, where the notion of IT and business ideas and practices are mixed together, because in this time of our history, they are mixed together. Now, besides being generalist in nature, you also have the ability to drive specific depth, ideas, and abilities to do certain things. In this program, you can do that through the use of academic minors and certain select certifications that UW-Stout has provided. Now, as you're going through this program, you'll get to try a little bit of everything, if you will, to be able to find out what those verticals or those academic minors or those specializations could be. Now, that takes time. But that's one of the nice things about the BS-ICT program is it is generalist in nature, it is flexible in nature, and the credits you use to explore things are not going to go to waste. They will be applied toward your program. Speaking of flexibility, this program is available both online and on campus, and we have had students over time that have started on campus and finished online, and vice versa. So again, flexibility. As far as outcomes, because you want to know what is the outcome for me in the future once I complete this program. Well, it is a combination of your experiences plus the credentials you earn in this program that can equal career opportunities. The experiences part speaks to what we call cooperative learning experiences. Those experiences are agreements between the university, an employer, and you to give you insights you could only get on the job. And oh yes, you earn credits for that, and oh yes, you get paid for that, which is a good deal in my mind. Now, specifically after graduation, what are some of the career paths you could end up in? Well, it depends on what your interests were found to be as you completed your program at UW-Stout. You could do everything from being what is called an infrastructure professional, where you could be developing software. You could literally be developing software because you focused on, for example, computer science as a vertical, as an academic minor, all the way to the other end of the spectrum where you could be a systems or a business analyst, the professional who can look at a business, look at their problems or opportunities, break them into their smallest parts, make proposals for changes, design those changes, and then work with a greater team to make those things come about. So there's a lot of variance as far as what your particular path could be. Now, I will say whatever the path would be based on your interests and your experiences, our placement is quite high. Matter of fact, statistically, everybody is getting employed. And the salary ranges are pretty respectable as well. You can expect in the range of the low 40,000s up into the low 50s, and that's the start. That's a pretty good deal if you ask me. All right, the nature of the program, the outcomes. Now, the most important question of all, which is a question only you can answer, but I will ask quite often, is what is your why? Why are you in a program like this? What is your reasoning? What is the value that you put on this? I like to say this because I think habitually you're probably used to being in school, and you know the routines for being in school. But perhaps no one's ever spun that a little bit differently for you and told you that at this point in your schooling, this is about career preparation. And having a why in career preparation means you've got choices. So you need to start exploring those. Why are you in this program? Now, to get those answers, man, those are hard answers to come by, and they take effort and work. You need to do some exploration. You can certainly ask me. You can ask your professors. You can ask the advisement team members. You can ask lots of different people, but it is something that you're going to have to ask and get that clear answer. Some things that I like to recommend for this answer is talking to people you know, friends or family that are in career paths that seem to be interesting, that have sparked you in some way, maybe even to be at this university pursuing this degree. Another way is to engage in what's called an informational interview. An informational interview, you can Google search that, is a way that you can do an interview of an organization or people that you perhaps aspire to be, and you want to get more insight into what their day-to-day work might be and their options as far as their career options would go. So I'd recommend that. That's one thing as your program director, you're going to get me asking a lot. What's your why? If you don't have that clear, all the courses and the programs and the minors, they're not going to really mean a whole lot to you. Matter of fact, they're probably going to be quite difficult, and you're wondering, why are you doing this? But of course, if you get to that point, that's a great time to start answering the question of why. Speaking of advisement team, I mentioned that earlier. I'd like to say that we practice advisement in this program through ownership. So in other words, as we engage you, myself, and other members of the advisement team, we're going to challenge you to explore so that you can answer that why question again. We'll do that quite often. We will help you. We will not tell you what to take. This has got to be something that you own. But we'll help you to get to that point of ownership if you're willing to engage as well. I think that's all I'd like to say for right now. So again, I just want to say thank you, and we'll certainly see you soon, either on campus or online. You've made a good choice. Let's explore this opportunity together. Thank you.